A long, long time ago, in a parallel world, there existed two towns, heaven and hell. The residents of town heaven were known as angels, and the residents of town hell were known as demons. While it was hard to tell them apart by appearance, the only thing separating the angels from the demons was a majestic golden gate that was to remain locked for the whole of eternity. So, the residents went about their daily lives with demons creating havoc in hell and angels coexisting peacefully with each other in heaven. The demons had always wished that they too could go and live in heaven, as it had more favorable living conditions. However, the demons had to put up with their life in hell as they were being punished for always lying, and the angels were being rewarded for being honest and truthful.
One fine day, the demons managed to break down the mighty gate and started creating hell in heaven. It took away the angels' peace. Seeing the injustice to the angels, God decided to set things straight and hence sent one of his messengers to put the demons back where they belong. While the messenger was able to classify most of them, the statements of residents A, B, and C confused him, making it impossible to put the three of them back into their respective towns. A said that B and C are angels, whereas B says that C is a demon. C then goes on to say that either A or C and himself are angels. Let's try to clear the messenger's confusion and help him classify the residents into their respective towns.
Well, there are many approaches to solving a logic puzzle as shown: a solution grid, a truth table, or natural deduction. For our problem today, we shall use natural deduction to provide a more extensive proof.
What is natural deduction, one might ask? It is a kind of proof in calculus in which logical reasoning is expressed by inference rules closely related to the natural way of reasoning. Some of the rules we will be using today are, first of all, inference rules. First rule, reiteration. A proves A. Number 2, conjunction introduction. If A is true, B is true, we can prove that A and B is true. Number 3, conjunction introduction. If A is true, B is true, we can prove B and A is true. Number 4, disjunction introduction. If A is true, we can prove that A or B is true. Number 5, disjunction introduction. If A is true, we can prove that B or A is true.
Number 6, conjunction elimination. If A and B is true, we can prove that A is true. Number 7, conjunction elimination. If A and B is true, we can prove that B is true. Number 8, disjunction elimination. If A or B is true, A implies C, B implies C. We can prove that C is true. Double negation elimination. If not A is true, we can prove that A is true. And finally, number 10, negation introduction. If A implies B and not B, we can prove that not A is true.
The next set of rules we will be using are discharge rules. Number 1, rule of assumption A. Number 2, implication introduction. A prove B, we can prove A implies B.
Let's recap what each of the three residents told the messenger. A says that B and C are both angels. But B says that C is a demon. And C says that either A or B and he himself are angels.
For the proof, we will be using 6 different premises. Assuming all stated is true, A implies B and C, B implies not C, and C implies A or B and C. Assuming all stated are false, A implies not B or not C, not B implies C, and not C implies not A or B or not C. There was a secret messenger sent out as a spy earlier on. Based on his observation, A is a demon, B is an angel, and C is a demon.
Click the Try Now button to pause and take some time to try out the proof before we walk through it. Let's begin the proof by stating the 6 premises that we had discussed earlier. Now, assuming A is true. Therefore, A or A by disjunction introduction with 7. Step 7.2, B and C by disjunction elimination with 7.1 and our first premise. 7.3, B is true by conjunction elimination with 7.2. 7.4, C is true by conjunction elimination with 7.2. 7.5, B or B by disjunction introduction with 7.3. 7.6, not C by disjunction elimination with 7.5 and the second premise. 7.7, C and not C by conjunction introduction with 7.4 and 7.6.
8. A implies C and not C by implication introduction with 7 and 7.7. 9. Not A by negation introduction with 8. With this, we prove that A is a demon. Now we have 2 more to go. 10. Assuming C is true, C or C by disjunction introduction with 10. 10.2, A or B and C by disjunction elimination with 10.1 and 3. 10.3, A or B by conjunction elimination with 10.2. 10.4, assuming A is true. 10.4.1, assuming not B is true, A by reiteration with 10.4, not A by reiteration with 9, A and not A by conjunction introduction with the previous 2 steps. 10.4.2, not B implies A and not A by implication introduction with 10.4.1 and 10.4.1.3.
10.4.3, not B by negation introduction with 10.4.2. 10.4.4, B by double negation elimination with 10.4.3. 10.5, A implies B by implication introduction with 10.4 and 10.5. 10.6, assuming B is true. 10.6.1, B by reiteration with 10.6. 10.7, B implies B by implication introduction with 10.6 and 10.6.1. 10.8, B by disjunction elimination with 10.3, 10.5 and 10.7. 10.9, B or B by disjunction introduction with 10.8. 10.10, not C by disjunction elimination with 10.9 and a second premise. 10.11, C and not C by conjunction introduction with 10 and 10.10.
11. C implies C and not C by implication introduction with 10 and 10.11. 12. Not C by negation introduction with 11. With this, we prove that C is a demon. We got 1 more to go. 13. Assuming not B is true, not B or not B by disjunction introduction with 13. 13.2, C by disjunction elimination with 13.1 and the fifth premise. 13.3, not C by reiteration with 12. 13.4, C and not C by conjunction introduction with 13.2 and 13.3. 14, not B implies C and not C by implication introduction with 13 and 13.4. 15, not B by negation introduction with 14. 16, B by double negation elimination with 15. 17, B and not C by conjunction introduction with 16 and 12. 18, not A and B and not C by conjunction introduction with 9 and 17.
We have now come to the end of the proof. From step 18, we can see that not A is true, B is true, and not C is true. We can hence conclude that A is a demon, B is an angel, and C is a demon.
The objective of this video is to allow you to have a better understanding of natural deduction. Together with the aid of inference and discharge rules, we can apply it to solve logic puzzles. One important note to take away: such logic puzzles can also be solved by truth tables. However, truth table might not always be the best choice. For instance, if a truth table is used to solve logic puzzle, a number of 2 raised to x rows is needed in the table, where x is the number of variables.